Okay. Good morning, and thank you for, I'm going to read this verbatim, and thank you for being here with us to kick off the Breathe LA's third annual Green Salon Series. The Breathe Los Angeles Salon Series is open to the public for a public forum on clean air and the environment and healthy living. Breathe California, the other two are very important, the environment, etc. But without you guys doing something for us, Breathe California will have a tough job to choose a healthy life and reaching out to the people to discuss with them about the importance of clean air and healthy life. Now, we began this series in 2008 to understand the implications of California's landmark global warming legislation, AB 32. Our green salons have included dialogue with our faith communities, their perspective on this issue. We were involved with Los Angeles and Long Beach ports, union workers, elected leaders, and most importantly, the folks we're trying to reach out to the people, business people, etc. This year we are taking to the streets and learning more about its various on-the-ground efforts to address AB 32 and its overriding themes of sustainability, emissions reductions, and conservation. And today's topic, as you probably see on your table there, it's AB 32 and the rise of the green digital media. But before I start introducing our first guest and our first speaker and our panelists, I would like to take a moment to thank Union Bank as our title sponsor for the Salon Series. I think this is a great series. I think this is a sleeping giant for Green California. Started 3 years ago. I told you, we've had so many of these. We've had up to 200 people. We had one in October. Was it October or November?
November.
Yeah.
November.
The Valley College. Yeah, over 200 people. That was just fantastic. Great event. So, before we get started with our panelists, let me introduce our first speaker today. Please put your hands together and welcome Stephanie Mullen. She's the Senior Field Representative for Senior Salon. She's going to tell a little bit about why we're here today and maybe some updates on AB 32. Stephanie.
Good morning. Thank you very much for having me here, and I'm glad to see that we did all survive the earthquake. It wasn't a big one. You know, I had that question this morning at 4 in the morning when I woke up. And again, my name is Stephanie Mullen, and I'd also like to welcome you here today to the first meeting of the Green Salon Series. And I have the honor of working for Senator Fran Cabley, author of AB 32, the Global Warming Act, Solutions Act. And as most of you probably know, AB 32 gave the California Air Resources Board the opportunity to figure out how we are going to reduce our greenhouse gases to 1990 emissions by 2020. We're also going to figure out how we're going to implement that, and that's going to be implemented in 2011. As was mentioned earlier, last year's series kind of looked at AB 32, its implementation, and how it's affecting California. And this year, we're going to look at a lot of great topics on how our communities and our governments are working towards reducing our carbon footprints. And today's topic, the rise of green digital media, is a really wonderful way to start off. It really shows how companies like Google are creating applications that are going to help our governments and our businesses to be more efficient with our time and our resources. And sometimes it comes down to a simple little thing of using your Google app on your phone, like I did this morning, to get somewhere. I'm not spending my time on the computer or printing out a piece of paper. So these resources are really going to help us to reduce our carbon footprints as well as network and work together like why we're here today. So thank you very much for coming. I'm really looking forward to what our panelists have to say. And the Senator is really looking forward to making a strong green economy for California. We want to lead the nation and we want to lead the world in our green infrastructure. And if any of you need any resources, please feel free to contact me in the office. I have cards here today. Thank you.
Thank you very much. Let's give a hand, everyone. Well, everybody's going green. The greens are all over the place. I heard Tiger Woods would be hitting the greens. I just had to use that. He's going to be swinging up. No, okay. My glove this time. I like to go from left to right, and what I want to do is introduce each one of you, and then later on I'll introduce you. Who's going to be? Jennifer's going to be first. Okay, but I'm going to introduce all of you at one time. All right, Jennifer Goody, put up your hand. There she is the Los Angeles ambassador for Echo Tuesday. Echo Tuesday is a structured network event for sustainable business leaders that take place on the fourth Tuesday of each month in cities across the country. Jennifer is an independent public relations professional who balances her time between animal welfare and promoting environmental practices at home and in the workplace. And by the way, I Googled your stuff. You guys have a lot of information.